Hey fellow simmers. So today I kind of just couldn't wait to post again because I got a new graphics card and I wanted to test it out. But I was working on a speed build, building a loft, and I was having trouble with the trim. I don't build lofts a lot, and when I started out I was building them, but I wasn't as advanced, so I never really thought about putting trim on the inside of a loft anyway to give it, a better aesthetic. But the problem with trims is that they like to connect to full rooms. And yes, you can manipulate your trim, but for the most part, it's pretty stubborn if you don't know any of the tricks, which is the problem that I was having. So this is just an example of me playing with trim when you're putting it on a separate room and when you're adjusting everything. And here's the thing, you can manipulate it as much as you want to, like how you would do here. You can move walls, you can delete walls, you can do all of that. But when it comes down to a loft, it's just not going to work. Um, I can show you an example of how I was trying to manipulate the walls in order to keep the trim outside and keep the trim inside. And this trick has worked for me before, but it just does not work on a loft. Okay, so this footage is of me struggling to try to manipulate the trim on the inside. As you can see, whenever I place it on the room, it goes to the outside right here. You can see when I zoom in. And this is something that I would do, like I showed you in the other clip. I would just place rooms. And I would just play with it until I got the desired look. But for some reason, it just does not work on lofts. And I think because, as I stated earlier, it attaches to a room. As you can see, when I drag this out or drag it in, it makes a whole room, and now the trim is there. But now it's also on the inside, right at the corner of the loft. And when I change it, it changes 3 whole squares worth of trim. So it's really difficult if you're new to something like this, or you just don't have the patience, which is a combination of both for me, if you want me to be honest with you. But I did some research and I found a video, and I'll put the link in the description. But it blew my mind. It was pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you what this simmer did. So her name is Simarchy, and basically what she does is she just holds the shift key. um I was like, what in the world? Like, I didn't even think of something like that. But once again, I don't know all the tricks either. I've been playing for quite some time, but I didn't take building seriously until a year ago. So I'm still learning. And this is something that I just wanted to show you guys. I'm going to show you an example. So as you can see, I'm placing the trim and I'm going to zoom in. And once I zoom in, you can see that I just placed it on there. I'll undo so I can show it to you again. All you have to do is hold shift and click the room. And as you can see on the outside of the build, the trim has stayed the same. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support Black Lives Matters. There are links at the bottom. Thanks for viewing.